Hello class, welcome to our next class. You may be wondering why I'm out here right next standing to 128 with the Needham Industrial Park in the background. The reason for that is simple. That's because now that we've learned some basics about ethics, you have to go out in the field and really appreciate that where you're going to be applying these studies are in the businesses over here. There's Coca-Cola, residents in from Marriott, and then further down you'll see this TripAdvisor. As we go into the field and as we learn about ethics, there's some things. The first thing you got to learn is how do you address these situations, because all these companies here on 128 on a daily basis have to come up with methods of addressing ethical issues. Now, how do they do that? Well, the first thing that they do is that they define the intensity level of the situation that they're facing. Now, I suggest to you the best way to do that is on a scale of 1 to 5. In other words, a number 1 might be not a bad situation. Number 5 is something that you have to immediately address. The next thing is these companies recognize that this environment that they're in, this business environment, requires that they understand who in their organization is going to be compliant, who's going to be resisting, what steps will have to be made to make sure that whatever methods they come up with are going to stay in force and effect. And then finally, they have to do their own analysis as to what barriers and supports might be to those ethics. Now, let's think about that for a second. If we turn around, you can see they've got a geographical barrier. They've got some supports over here in that they've got all kinds of electricity coming in. They've got a good educational system that they can draw on. They're in a location that allows them to draw on good personnel. Okay? So these are all things that they're going to think about. And then after they've done that, the next thing they're going to come up with is a normative approach. Now, the normative approach is the best approach that exists. And the companies all here, this is a very highly competitive area. If you're familiar with the area, all the way up to Waltham and down to Westwood is the main area that is the industrial and intellectual center, shall we say, of West Suburban Boston. Now, once they've come up with that normative approach, the best approach possible, the next thing they're going to have to do is they're going to have to apply it. Now, their application process is going to be different for each company because not all companies function in the same environment. And so, for example, they're going to have to look and see what steps they can take on a small scale and a large scale that gets things done. They might also have to consider what steps they have to do to make sure that the effort that they're undertaking gets cemented in place, that it doesn't get stopped. And then finally, the biggest thing of all is all these companies exist in a very dynamic environment. And so what they're going to have to do is take steps to make sure that what they're doing is current and that it is accurately responding to the situation that's presented. And so what will happen is they'll go back through the processes again and they'll figure out how to change them and how to do better. Okay? Now, all of our lectures going forward, they're going to be in areas like this, an industrial park. Find some different areas to go to. And the reason that I'm doing it, like I said at the outset, is the following. To realize that as we study ethics, it isn't that we study it in a room and that when we're done, we're going to be getting a grade and calling it a day. No, in fact, the most important thing to remember is that ethics lives. And that you, once you're out in the world and you're a business leader, maybe running one of these major companies, you're going to have to remember your lessons and be ready to apply them. So we're going to go on with some other lectures, and I'll see you very soon, maybe in this location or maybe in another. Take care.